Testing, testing. Shit. Okay. Mic's on. Shit, man. I got a booger the size of fucking Ireland right now. Alright. What up, y'all? Man, I hope everybody's week has been going swell. Hope your week has been fire, Sick with it, A good ass week, man. That's what I wish on you, most definitely. Just in case y'all give a fuck, my week has been boring but productive, you know, in my own little definition of productive. I was kind of just as I was trying to get a booger out of my nose the size of fucking Jamaica. I uh, I was thinking, um, like if you think about all the shit you've gone through in your life, right? And all this shit, if you think about it, like getting through all this shit, it's got to take some sort of like bravery when you think about it. Some sort of not just bravery, but some sort of strength, and not just bravery, some sort of immeasurable, like some shit you can't even measure type of bravery, you know, um, to survive everything. You know what I mean? Like, and not only survive everything, but think about surviving all that shit and you're still a kind person, right? If you survive some really shitty shit, like some really fucked up shit, and you're still a kind-hearted person, God, that's amazing, man. Like, and then on top of that, being a kind-hearted person after surviving so much shit, you're still a patient person. And you still have a bit of like humanitarian in you after going through some horrendous, fucked up shit that you've seen, that you've witnessed other humans do to other humans, or other humans do to you, right? Like, that takes fucking nuts, man. Like, even girl nuts, man. Like, if you're a girl and you've gone through some shit, bruh, like, and you're still like a kind woman, like, you're still a patient woman, like, you're still a somewhat feminine woman, and you still like are like a humanitarian at heart. Like, holy shit, man. That's a beautiful fucking thing. Like, that brings chills, for real, for real. Because that's literally a beautiful fucking thing. Because that's hard to do. Because I've let some fucked up shit that I've seen or that people have done to me kind of chip away, chip away at me a little bit. And like you walk around with this tiny little chip on your shoulder. Some people got a big ass chip, but you know me, I got this tiny little chip on my shoulder. You know, don't get me wrong. Like I'm still approachable. I'm still, you know what I'm saying. I'm still a nice guy. You know what I mean? But you know, it's just you don't get me wrong. I'm not like a nice guy where you can just like do whatever you fucking want to. You know what I mean? Not that type of fucking guy. But you know, I'm still like a down to earth guy who can still be a gentleman. You know, like I still open the door for women. You know what I mean? Like I still take care of my responsibilities. You know what I mean? I still, you know, I'm a good like I talk to people. I still give back to people. If there's a homeless person, sometimes I'll do what I can. You know what I mean? I've donated a lot of shoes, a lot of bikes, a lot of time. I've donated time at different soup kitchens, shit like that. But regardless, man, that all in all doesn't even make you a good person. You know, in reality, like there's some piece of shit people out here with fucking organizations that give back to people, but they really are in that business just to save money on taxes. But a lot of people don't know that shit. Anyway, that's a whole nother topic. I don't even know where the fuck, where the fuck I just took that shit. I'm all over the place right now. But anyway, sorry to start babbling off and shit. I can get a little motor mouth. But so what's up? Welcome to the stream. First and foremost, I am glad as fuck to have y'all here tonight. And I know I always say this, but we're doing shit a little differently tonight. We're doing we're doing shit a little bit different. And yeah, we're gonna be shooting the shit. We're gonna be popping the shit. Not popping the shit. We're gonna be popping shit, and we're gonna be talking that shit, right? But we're also gonna be diving into some serious, real life shit. And not just any type of serious real life shit. The kind of shit that doesn't just apply to, what we're doing here on screen, right? We're diving into some shit that's about life, that's about growth, that's about, how we handle things when we step away from the screen, you know? But I really hope what I said earlier resonated with y'all. It just takes a lot of strength to be that way. But so like I said, it's about I almost had a brain fart there, but it's about how we handle shit when we step away from the screen. And so I'm gonna try to put this whole stream tonight in a way that because I really want y'all to feel me on this. You know what I mean? Like, so I'm gonna put it in a way where y'all can feel me. You know what I mean? Like, not just hear me, not just you listening to me talking on screen, but y'all can actually colorize, and actually, picture things and put things together in a way that's kind of like you piecing together a puzzle and feeling me, you know. So this isn't gonna be just about dropping some knowledge for the sake of it or shooting the shit. It's about real life conversations, right? You know, those conversations where you realize things you kind of been holding on to, things you've been holding inside, that type of shit. or things you've been thinking about for months or years, and all of a sudden shit just starts clicking. You know what I mean? Like that's the energy I'm bringing up tonight. All right, I'm trying to get y'all to hopefully get y'all to maybe realize something or motivate y'all to do something or inspire y'all to be something different than what you expected yourself to be. So shit, let's get it. Let's get it. Okay, so let me start with something. Let me start with something I think we all kind of need to hear more often. And and to be honest, I really don't. I really don't care about anybody else feels about this topic. This is how I strongly believe things are on this topic. And the meanest people are the weakest people. And I know you heard. I know you heard the saying, "The loudest people are the weakest people." But today we're gonna put that a little bit differently. And it's the meanest people are the weakest people. And I'm not just talking about like the people who try to bring you down for fun or shit like that, or like talk shit, just for fun, like shooting shit with the homies and shit. I'm not talking about like that. Like I'm talking about the people who genuinely go out of their way to hurt people who have never done anything to them, to manipulate people, to tear down everything that's good around them because deep down they're hurting. I don't know if y'all ever heard the saying hurt people hurt people. And shit, that's the key. That's the truth. For real, for real. And on some real ass shit, moment of honesty, I've definitely caught myself being one of those people, you know? And there's been times where, and not to the full extent where I'm like, you know what I mean, like genuinely going out of my way, you know what I mean? But, you know, sometimes misunderstandings happen or things happen differently and they end up hurting someone else, right? And that's unfortunate, but I also have had a time in my life where I was just hurt with just a lot of shit, man. Young, dumb, didn't know what to do with my pain, you know. Didn't really have anybody to talk to about it. Like on some real shit, like I was surrounded by a bunch of people, but I had nobody to really talk to about my pain or my hurt. So hurting others was kind of my thing, right? But one thing I can say is I never picked on anybody. You know, I don't believe in picking on people. Like picking on people to me is a little bit different. It's about like picking on people is when you're the bully and when like somebody's weaker than you or they're more naive than you or whatever the case may be, and you're just like picking at them like just because you think you hard. Like nah, that's some lame nigga shit. Like I would never do that whack ass shit. And if that's the type of shit that you or anybody is on and you condone what that person is on, you're a real life piece of shit. You're a real life piece of shit. And somebody should butter up your butthole and stick a corn cob in it. Yeah. But anyway, with that being said, it's kind of easy to think like that someone who's throwing insults or like trying to like purposely offend someone or negative, or like just throwing out negativity is just a bad person, right? It's easy to think like that, right? And okay, yeah, maybe they could be acting out of spite, but if you look a little deeper, you'll see that behind the rude words, the insults, even the passive aggressive type shit, like there's weaknesses. You know what I mean? Like there's chinks in the armor. Like there's insecurity. There's fear. I don't know if you guys tuned in yesterday, but I made a statement like, people fear what they don't understand. And if like you're some jock and you don't understand some kid who just loves fucking Pokemon cards, you're gonna act out of like some like weird ass like fear or some weird ass shit, and you're gonna pick at this kid, right? Doesn't make it right, but it happens, right? You know, and that's just like the cliche like thing you see on TV or whatever, right? And there's many other different instances of that. That's just an example. And even without the kid part, there's adults that are still on that in their own different ways. You know, so right, there's fear, right? Real strength. I don't think it's about putting people down to make yourself feel better. I don't think it's about that. I think I think real genuine like strength in like the inside of you is how you can lift people up and encourage people while you're trying to lift yourself up and encourage yourself. But nobody fucking knows that shit. You know, there's real fucking strength in that shit. If like you see somebody going through some shit and you can like try your hardest to lift them up, whether that be with words, actions, whatever, and you're going through your own fuck ass shit, like your fucked up shit. My bad. It's not fuck ass shit, sorry. But fucked up shit, like that's some strong ass shit for real. You know what I mean? Like how you encourage them says a lot about who you are, you know, and but also how you walk away from drama instead of feeding into it. And I've been guilty of this. I've been guilty of like, you know, like those road. I don't know if you guys seen this new Netflix special called Beef, but their whole like beef started over a road rage incident, right? But you guys, if you guys haven't seen it, go check it out. I ain't gonna, you know, spoil it for you guys. But, and it's a decent little series. But, and you know, like I'm guilty of this. Like I've had, you know, rage incidents where, you know, I'm giving the guy a fucking finger, I lay on the horn, or, you know, I pull over and, you know, you know, beat the shit out of him. No, I'm just kidding. But then I've had instances where I've wanted to beat the dog shit out of people who drive stupid on the road or are accident prone. Like these type of people love or are literally the reason accidents happen all the time because of their driving skills, right? And there's been so many times I wanted to get out of the car and say my piece, you know. But then I said, you know what? This is my life over here. That is their life over there. I am not going to get out of my car to join them in their life. Okay? So I'm going to go on with my day. Okay? Yeah, so, you know, you give yourself these pep talks and shit when, you know, as a kid I was a hothead, right? So as an adult, I kind of have to give myself pep talks from it, you know, every now and again, right? But there's real strength in that. There's real strength in being able to walk away. Like, you know what? Fuck this shit. You know what? It's not worth it. You know what? I got a lot to lose. You know what? I got kids. You know what? I got way too much fucking money. You know what I'm saying? You know what? Like, my car is too fucking nice. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what? I got a fucking mortgage. You know what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck am I about to go lose everything for this dumb fuck right here? Like, no, fuck that. You know? Yeah, fuck that shit. So, yeah, it's strength in that. You know? Also maturity, but that's on another topic. And don't get me wrong, I have my immature moments too, right? But I kind of want y'all to like think about the people in your life who are truly strong. You know, a lot of the times when I hear people talk about someone in their life who's truly strong, it's usually someone they look up to. You know, it's usually someone older than them, someone in a safer spot in life than them, someone who's seen, done, had, and been through way more shit than them, right? Or shit that they haven't yet. You know, but it's the ones who the people in your life who are truly strong are usually the ones who make you feel safe too. Like they make you feel inspired. They make you feel motivated, whether it's to go create a new stream of income, whether it's to go, you know, clean some shit, whether it's to go, you know, go to karaoke night. I don't fucking know. But those are the people who have not a goddamn thing to prove, because they've already been there and did that and had that. Those are usually the quiet, like, but not to fuck around with them type of people. Like, they don't need to step on someone else's back to get ahead. They don't need to throw out insults. They don't need to make themselves. They don't like. They don't need to walk around like a peacock and make themselves seem more masculine or more tough guy-ish, or try to be overly cool or overly funny and try too hard. They rise and they pull others up with them. Right. When when someone comes at you with like a negative mindset or like a negative tone or whatever, don't personalize it and don't internalize it. Because that shit lives outside of you. It doesn't have to live inside you unless you let it. So, in other words, don't let their weak ass shit affect your peace. Right? It's a reflection of their fear, but it's not a reflection of your worth. So, some people they take up certain career choices for different reasons, right? And they take up different career choices. Some people take up different career choices because they have no fucking choice. Some people take up different career choices because they actually fucking love it. Some people take up different career choices because they're looking for something else. And they think this career choice is going to give it to them. Some people take up different career choices because they think that this career may give them something that they never had before because they've been a weak ass nigga their whole life. But remember, people who try to tear you down, those are the weakest ones. They're not really strong. They're not like real life strong. I don't give a fuck if they go to the gym 24/7. They're not actually strong. You could do a lot of things within your life and still be a weak ass nigga, right? But it only shows that they're intimidated and they're scared. So keep that in mind when you face any of that kind of energy. Anytime you face that kind of energy, I don't give a fuck who it's from. People have intimidation taxes. People have, different things that they do. But if you're wise and you've lived a while and you've been around some real life dangerous people or some real life powerful people or real life wealthy people, you start to notice patterns. Yeah. You start noticing shit because you know shit. So, let's talk about life just for a second. Let's talk about life. So, obviously we all know life isn't fair. Yada yada yada. Duh. Life isn't fair. And I know you've heard that shit before. Probably the first person to tell you that was raising your ass. Probably told you life ain't fair, get over it. Or something of that nature, right? But how often do we actually think about that? So really, like, let that kind of sink in. Because if you think about it, life don't owe you shit. No matter what you've been through. Life don't owe you a fucking thing. And sometimes you'll bust your ass, work your ass off, and still get nothing. Sometimes you'll be the most, for like deserving person in the room of many blessings. And someone else will get that reward. And it'll hurt. It'll feel like a punch in the dick or the clit. But it's okay to feel that way. But here's where the power is though. Not letting that stop you. You know what I'm saying? Not letting that feeling stop you, and not not creating this thing in your head where you feel sorry for yourself. Fuck that shit. Go out there, get it in. The harsh, like, and not to be like harsh or like, mean or no shit like that, but like, if you think about it, like, the truth is, life's not here to hand you a fairy tale. Life doesn't play by any set of rules. Life definitely don't play by your rules, you know. Um, and sometimes you get a good hand dealt to you. Sometimes the cards are in your favor, right? And sometimes you don't. Sometimes you got to create that good hand, you know. But you can't let those unfair moments be the reason you quit, because there's always going to be somebody who either had it harder than you or who is doing better than you. But those setbacks, they don't really like define you. What defines you is how you bounce back from the shit, you know. And I kind of want to stress that, with every stream, man, because I know life fucking sucks, and I know there's a lot of people going through a lot of different shit that I have no clue of, right? And I think it's good to spread some good word from time to time. But the crazy part is that, yes, people go through different shit from time to time, yada, yada, yada. But also, there's people who think life owes them fairness. But fairness is a fucking myth. Life doesn't give a fuck. Life doesn't give you what you deserve. It gives you what you can handle. Okay? And the real beauty of it, and honestly, sometimes it gives you some shit you can't handle. And then if you can't handle it, I mean, your demise is right around the corner. But for the most part, I will say, life gives you what you can handle. And the real beauty of it is how you handle the unfairness of life. And the way you handle that unfairness is what will shape your destiny. It'll shape your character. It'll make you stronger. It'll make you wiser. It'll make you more resilient. So when things feel out of balance, and when you feel like you've been like shitted on, when you've been wronged, when you've been overlooked, don't let it make you bitter and you start walking around with a fucking chip on your shoulder. Don't get discouraged. Get stronger. Like you in the gym type shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, use it as fuel, because that is what life can never take away from you. It's kind of like when you go to, if you go to jail or prison, they can take everything, right? Say you're going to the feds and you've got a fraud case or some shit. They're taking all of your shit. They're taking all your cars, all your clothes, all your jewelry, yada yada yada. But the one thing they can't take from you is your knowledge. They can't take your mind. They can try to break your soul. They can try to break your spirit, right? But they can't take it from you. You know? I can't take what's up here. And there's actually some strength in that. Because think about, if you're really fucking wise, and before you get put wherever you get put by the feds or the police or whoever the hell, you soak up so much fucking knowledge and so much fucking game that Who knows? Maybe you start fighting your own fucking case, and you have no distractions, no cell phone to look at every day, no fucking social media, no nothing. Just you, a fucking bunk bed, and a fucking piece of paper, and the fucking encyclopedia or the law library or some shit like that. You're fucking around and beat the case. You're fucking around and appeal your own shit and walk out of there a free man. No cap, man. And if you think about it, that's kind of the same thing. There's certain things that life can never take away from you. So yeah, life isn't fair, yada yada yada, but that's not a reason to give up. So you already know no one cares. Grind harder. Don't get it. No one gives a fuck, man. You might as well. I mean, what the fuck else are you gonna be doing out here? Playing grab ass your whole fucking life? Playing cops and robbers in the fucking woods your whole fucking life? Playing kickball with the boys? What the fuck are you gonna be doing, man? Huh? Kickball is actually really fun. So if you're against kickball, you're a piece of shit. But because kickball is actually really fucking fun. I'll play a good ass fucking game of kickball right fucking now. I don't give a fuck how grown I am. Shit was fun as hell. Anyway, one of the biggest things I've learned over the years is how important it is to avoid negative people. Oh yeah. Like top of the fucking list type important. Like, well, one of the top things, right? Very fucking important, man. Man, I remember being a youngster, being surrounded by so much negativity and not even realizing it. And not even realizing that that negativity was affecting me in ways that I didn't even realize. Well, yeah. And no, I'm not just talking about the like complainers. That's not what I mean by negative people. Like people who complain all the fucking time. Even though that is kind of fucking negative. And if you're a complainer, like honestly, like I don't even want you around me. Like get the fuck away from me. You know what I'm saying? Like for real, all you're gonna do is fucking complain. You're gonna ruin my fucking mood, and then I'm gonna start fucking complaining. Then we're gonna be complaining the fucking together, and we're not gonna be productive about a fucking thing. You know what I'm saying? So get the fuck away from me, right? But and I'm not talking about the folks who are always like negative. I'm not just talking about these folks, right? Like, obviously, I'm talking about the complainers. That's a form of negativity. Obviously, I'm talking about the people who are always negative for no reason. That's a different type. That's another form of negativity. But I'm also talking about the people who suck the fucking life out of you and everybody the fuck else and just suck the life out of the fucking room with their own little complaints or their own little problems or this is wrong or this isn't right or yada yada yada. Like that is what I'm talking about. The ones who can't see anything good in the world at all, who literally always see problems where there are solutions. So if they have if there's no solution presented and you see a problem, okay, I get it, right? You might be seeing things that other people aren't seeing. But if you have a clear solution in front of you and you still choose the problem, bruh, like, you is the problem, nigga. Like, you is the problem. But yeah, those are the type of people that just make you feel drained just by like hanging around them. You know, just by like being around them, you know. And if you got any of those type of people in your life, bro, or sis, like, man, you gotta cut that off. You gotta let that go. Like, it might hurt in the beginning, like, damn, I miss this person or whatever the fuck, but you know, I'm telling you, bro, like, they ain't doing you no good, no productivity. Like, your life is gonna go to shit. You know, and people actually end up with habits that they can't fix, you know, because of people like that. You know, so you gotta watch who you hang around. Okay, so okay, so I want you to hear this. Take a listen real quick. Negative people are toxic. There, I said it, and I could say it backwards. Right? Ready? Toxic people are negative, and they kind of both fit. They're emotional vampires. They drain you. They'll suck the energy out of your dreams, your ambitions, your motivation if you let them when they should be sucking dick. No, I'm just playing. So, what do you do when you have that kind of person in your life? I mean, it should be common sense, but like I said before, you get rid of them. You cut that off. You protect your own peace of mind, man. People don't realize how important peace actually is. And not just any type of peace, man. Like genuine peace and tranquility, you know, very fucking important. But these people will take up space in your life and there won't be any more room for peace. Prioritize your peace. Prioritize your mental health. It's very fucking important. And health is wealth. And it's not just physical health that is wealth. It's also mental health. Straight up. Now, I know some of y'all might be thinking, but they're family, or they're my friends, or I've known them for so many years, or I love them. But yeah, I get it, whatever, right? But I get it. You want to help people, you want to be there for people, you want to be the good friend, the good homie, the good cousin or family fucking member or whatever the fuck. But let me tell you this. If someone is constantly putting you down, if they're not supporting your growth, or they're making you feel like you're less than what you are, and that could be a wide range of different things. Putting someone down can be a lot of different things. Making someone feel like they're not worth shit could be a lot of different things as well. But if they are doing this, then they do not deserve a place in your life, and they don't deserve a place in your circle. Okay? At all. At all. And you're going places. All right, you want some shit out of life. You got goals and shit. You got dreams. And you can't afford to let anybody drag you into their bullshit. It's about setting boundaries, okay? It's about like, hey, actually, fuck you. I'm not a piece of shit. I'm actually not a loser. And it's about being selective with who gets your energy, the good energy anyway. And most importantly, it's about choosing peace over anything else. If someone is consistently negative in your life, you gotta let them go, man. You gotta let them go, because your mental health, your progress, and your happiness depend on it. For real, for real. Like no cap, Jackson, man. I'm trying to tell you, bro. Like, so to protect your peace, protect your energy, And if someone's not supporting your growth, snip, snip. Okay? No explanations needed. None of that shit. Like, you're not obligated to keep negativity in your life. And this right here is one of the most, I guess you could say, rewarding feelings. One of the most rewarding feelings you can ever have. When you handle a situation better than the old you ever would have. That's a damn good fucking feeling. And you know what that means? That you're doing some fucking changing. That's a big damn deal. And anybody who tells you it's not is fucking tripping. You know, and I'm talking about like those moments in life when life tries to hit you with shit, everything it's got. They throw all kind of curveballs and shit. You get stressed, you get overwhelmed, you get mad, you get angry. And a year ago, you would have reacted. Maybe you would have snapped. Maybe you would have crashed out. Maybe you would have let your emotions take over and completely fucking lose it. But now, you step back, you look at the situation from maybe the third person, you take a deep breath, and you think one of the main keys of this to do this successfully is you think before you speak, okay? And you don't let your old triggers control what you're shooting for today. Okay? Because today, you could be shooting for the stars, man. But if you let your old triggers control what you're shooting for, your aim is going to be all fucking off. And in that moment, you kind of realize, holy shit. Damn, like I really came a long fucking way. Like, it's one of the best feelings in the world when you catch yourself being more patient, more composed, more strategic. That's another thing, man. You got to move through life with calculation, not emotion. In my opinion, I think life would be a lot more smoother. But you know, it's one of the best feelings in the world when you find yourself, patient, like chilling, composed, strategic, more strategic than you were in the past. Like you put shit together, like you do. Actually, I've learned from that shit. So hey, brr, or actually, I learned about this new shit. So, brr, you know what I'm saying? Like you just putting some shit together. You know what I mean? And one thing you should know is you're not perfect, but you've leveled up and you've grown, and that's some boss ass shit. You know what I'm saying? That's some real gangster shit. You know what I'm saying? Like that's some boss ass shit for real. And that feeling feels so fucking good. It might even be up there with cleaning your ears. For real. Might even be up there with butt sex. No, I'm just kidding, man. Just joking around. Just joking around. Just joking around. Just joking around. Well, I mean, I guess if you're the, because I've never been the catcher. I've only been the pitcher. You know, can only swing one way, and that is to the pussy. You know what I'm saying? But I don't judge. Anyway, that is the beauty of progress. Straight up. When you have this moment of like clear sincerity, and it's all about progress and growth. It's not about perfection. It's about evolution. Excuse me. It's about evolution. It's about realizing that the old you the version of yourself that probably would have panicked, got anxiety, crashed out, you know what I'm saying? Or shit, even given up on some shit. Like, fuck this shit. And like, girl, you know what, I'm done. Like, that person's gone, you know? And the new you is like this super you. Like, it's like a stronger, wiser, more in control of your reactions, ass you. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's real life growth. That's real life development. You know what I'm saying? And shit, I want you to celebrate that. When I say celebrate that, I don't mean go to the fucking club, dumbass. Don't go to the fucking club and, drinking and shaking your fucking ass. No, that's not what I mean by celebrating that shit. All right? It means walking around with your head high and your shoulders back, man. It means walking around smiling with pride because you know exactly who the fuck you is. And can't nobody tell you different. Celebrate yourself. You know? And so I want to take a moment to kind of celebrate the growth that I've made in my personal life and also the growth of anyone who's listening right now. I know I ain't nobody in your fucking life. You know what I'm saying? But with that being said, I know that for a fact. Like, I ain't nobody to say this. But hey, I'm proud of you, nigga. Shit, I'm proud of you. You made some growth, man. You might not be where you want to be. You might not be, you might not be on the level where you want to be. But it's nice to know that people have been through the same things that I've been through when it comes to that type of thing. And shit, I'm proud of that. I'm proud that I'm not the only one. But anyway, I want you to take a quick second right now, and think about a moment in your life where, I don't know, maybe even just a few months ago or some shit, maybe even the other day, where you would have lost your shit. You would have let the situation, whatever it was, get the best of you. And now think about how you handled it differently. Maybe you stayed calm. Maybe you kind of took the high road and decided to be the bigger person. Maybe you realized that stressing about it wasn't worth it. Maybe you just didn't let it ruin your night or your day. And that right there is growth, ladies and gentlemen. That is growth. And that's how you know you're not the same person you used to be a few years ago. And that's the kind of growth that deserves to be not only saluted, but celebrated. And also, just kind of add to that. Just so you know, you don't have to see all the progress right away. Change takes time. Sometimes it's subtle, like real calm, cool, collected change. You don't notice how much you've changed until that moment hits. That moment hits you in the back of the fucking head like a fucking Mack truck. And you realize, hold up. I just handled that situation like a player. You know what I'm talking about? You know what I'm saying though? Like you handle the situation way better than you would have a year ago. And shit, that's a victory. That's what makes the struggle worth it. Because when you look back and realize how far you've come, that shit's gonna fucking hit you. And it's gonna be something that you're gonna be proud of on your deathbed. Straight up. You're not gonna regret changing for the better. I'll tell you that fucking much. You're not gonna regret uh not being the same person. You're not gonna regret being better. You're not gonna, and with that being said, you'll know that you've earned every bit of that progress. You know, because it's gonna take some time. It's gonna take some work. So, with that being said, take a second to reflect on your growth. Appreciate where you're at right now, because those little micro tiny ass wins, they're gonna keep adding up, and they're gonna keep adding up, and they're gonna keep adding up until they're eventually gonna be something big. All right. So here's the rewind. However that fucking shit sounds like, right? Here's the rewind. So, all right, what we have here is the meanest people. What did I say? The meanest people are the weakest people. Life isn't fair, but how we respond to that unfairness shapes us. Negative people, you don't need that energy in your life. All right, flick them out of there. And when you realize you're handling situations better than your old self would have, that's when you know you're truly leveling up. You get into the next level in life. There's levels to this shit. You know, and I want to leave you with this. Don't ever underestimate the power of growth. What matters is you're not where you were yesterday. And if you ever feel like you're falling behind, just remember you've already come further than you think. You're already on your way to becoming the person you're meant to be. So let's keep pushing forward. Let's keep growing. Let's keep evolving. Whether you're here to watch the game of life, whether you're here for the conversation about life, just know that every moment you're spending bettering yourself, it's worth it. So that being said, let's get back to it. And you know what that is. Keep it chill, keep it positive, and always remember you're doing a lot better than you think. My name is Cloudy Wingz. That's CLOUDYWINGZ, and that's the stream for the night. Much love. Peace.